total net monthly earnings would be about 5,053 euros. So that's your total net monthly earning, and that's what comes and sits in your bank. On an average, your salary in Germany will be around 80,000 euros per annum if you are having 10 plus or 8 plus years of experience in any of the engineering fields such as like IT, electronics, mechanical, electrical engineering, or even in biotechnology. So if you have like about 8 plus years of experience in your home country, I think that on an average you can expect about 80,000 euros per annum as your salary. So as I was saying, it's an average, right? So it's not the actual money. So it could be between 60,000 until 120, 130,000. This can be the range. But on an average, an engineer who is in the field of all these fields that I mentioned would earn about this range. So if you just check this out, or like if you hear this number about 80,000 euros, then you might feel that, oh wow, okay, if it's too less or like it's a bit less compared to what you hear with the salaries that people take in the countries like the US or in Switzerland as well. As a matter of fact, it is correct. So in the US, I think with the same experience, one can get a salary of about 120K, 130K, even 150K plus, if I am remembering the numbers right and based on my experience. But also what is something that is you have to take into consideration when you are looking for jobs in Germany is the level of social security that you get and the peace of mind that you get when it comes to the visa and regulation. So to get a job or like to get a visa in the US, it's completely hassle. I have my friends living in the US for many years, and even now they say that they're always living in fear when it comes to the visa. If one day the company decides to let you go, then in another 45 days or so, you have to find the next job. And if you are not finding the job, then you have to go back to your home country, which is super stressful, I feel. Me living in Germany for almost 9 years now, I just don't feel this pressure, or like I just don't have this fear, like I'm living so peacefully such that I don't have this fear. So what I would like to share in this video is that assuming that you have about 8 to 10 plus years of experience in the field of engineering, and let's say you are a married person who has 2 or more kids or 1 or more kids, then the breakdown that I'm going to give it to you when it comes to how much you earn, what will be your expenses, you will get to know what is something that you get out of it from the 80,000 euro salaries that you would be drawing in a year. Let me now break down for you what will be the expenses for you, how much you will be earning on a monthly basis if your yearly salary is about 80,000 euros. Then I will also let you know what will be your expenses, and then in the end of the month, what could be your potential savings. So now I'm gonna break it down for you. So if your earnings are 80,000 euros, now it's the earnings part, I'm gonna share it with you. Then on a monthly basis, it's about 6,666 euros gross salary. That is what you'll be earning. So that's the gross salary. And then after the taxes and after social security that you will be paying, your net monthly salary will be 4,553 euros. So that's the net that you will be getting in hand. And it's all for someone who is married and have 2 kids or 2 plus kids. So if you are single, if you are unmarried, or if you are not married, then these calculations differ. So just as an FYI, I wanted to share it with you here. So these calculations are only for someone who is married and has 2 plus kids. So that will be your net monthly salary, which is 4,553. Then you will get a child benefit from the government of 250 euros per child every month. And this you will get until your kid will be about 17 or 18 years old. So until then, you will be getting 250 euros monthly. And even in some cases, you will also get until 21 years, until your kid becomes 21 years old. So this means that by putting 250 per kid, then it's 500 euros, or the total net monthly earnings would be about 5,053 euros. So that's your total net monthly earning, and that's what comes and sits in your bank every month. Then let's come to the next point, which is the expenses. So the apartment rent per month would be somewhere between 1,200 to 1,800 euros. It could be a bit less or a bit more, but I'm taking the ranges where I know of, and there are many cities where costs are very less, and there are many cities where the costs are super high. So I'm taking this average of 1,200 to 1,800 euros. Then the food expenses for a family of 4 could be about 1,000 euros. Then the transportation, if you are having a car or like leasing a car, it could be between 300 to 400 euros. And the miscellaneous costs I just took as 300 euros. This brings you down to the total net monthly expenses of about 2,800 to 3,500 euros. So the other expenses that, let's say if you're living in other countries, then it could be that, okay, you have to pay for the tuition fees or like the school fees, then the health insurance for your family and for your kids and whatnot. But the good news is in Germany, there are other expenses, which is the schooling fees of your kids. It's zero or like very close to zero. I have heard parents saying that they prefer their kids to have the extracurriculum activities. So there you might have to pay a bit more, or like you have to pay, not bit more, you have to pay. But if you are sending your kid to a school, then the education for the school itself is zero or close to zero. And then the medical expenses, right? So yeah, you might be thinking, okay, if something goes wrong, what will be the monthly average? It's also zero, because you, your wife, and your spouse and your kids are health insured with this social security that Germany has. So the expenses for the health is also close to zero. This means that your total earnings that I was sharing is 5,053 per month, and your total expenses, I was sharing that it's 2,800 to 3,500. That's the range. So this means that on an average, on a monthly basis, you could save between 1,500 euros to 2,200 euros. So this is the saving. Yes, I mean, you can argue that you would be, going to the holidays. I'm not at all taking all those things into consideration, but just to lead a normal life, like an average, decent life, those are the calculations that I have taken. And with this, yes, like I was sharing, like it's 1,500 to 2,200 euros is what you can save with this earnings that you make. So if your wife also starts working, or like if your spouse also starts working, the expenses will remain the same, right? So there is no extra expense that you'll be having, but your wife income will come in and your savings can go up like really well. So this is how the unit economics of the day-to-day life, or like expenses and expenditures, can look like with the salary of euro 80,000 per year. At this point in time, if you are thinking that, oh wow, this is super interesting, I would like to understand how I can get started, or like how you can get started, then we have created a course, like a mini course, which will guide you through the step-by-step process that you need to follow in order to get a job in Germany. So in this course, we have all the experiences that we have gained in helping tens of other international candidates like you. We have put it all together in this mini course. It's for free, and you can find the link in the description below. So you can check it out. Just check out this mini course where we have shared with you how to create your cover letter, how to create your CV, what is the structure that the German companies follow, and also how to prepare for the interviews, like what are the right questions to ask and how well prepared you should be. From then, with regards to the work contracts, how the contracts look like, how the work laws looks like. So we have covered so many topics that might be interesting and also helpful for you. So at this point in time, if you are thinking about, okay, let me explore more, then check out the course below in the description. One last point that I want to underline is that the stress level when it comes to visa, your application for the visa and your extension for the visa, it's literally zero. This means that the potential, when your stress is low, then you are living a peaceful life and there won't be any stress. For me, it's super important because like if I earn $1 million and then I'm living in stress every month or every day, for me, it's super odd and I don't prefer that. So that's why I would put that stress-free living as an infinite amount of money that I'm earning. So that's one thing that you need to really take into consideration. Yes, I mean, I know that it's wrongly considered as Germany as one of the countries which has very high taxes. I do agree that the taxes are quite high when you are single, and then you will be contributing a lot in the social security and in the taxes. But if you're married and if you are having kids, then to lead a family, or like when you are a family, then the taxes are, to be honest, it's not at all so high. And there are so much tax benefits that you also get when you are a family, because the reason being is that you might be asking, okay, why is this the case? Because Germany wants to promote people to have more kids, raise their families, because Germany is one of the countries which has a very age-old population, and by 2030, about 6 to 7 million Germans become pensioners. So this means that they have to replace people, right? So 20 to 25% of their population be not working by 2030. This means that they want to promote more people having more kids, and this brings the economy further. So that's why this setup is all about. That being the case, yes, Germany is a country which is high taxes for individuals, I would say, but for family, it's not at all the high taxes, and one can have a socially secure life here in Germany. So I hope this video is helpful for you to understand how your life might look like, what will be your average salary when you have about 8 to 10 plus years of experience. And yeah, so I hope this would have helped you. With regards to the social security, I think I've also created videos on it. If I have created, then I have to look it up. Then I'm gonna put a link by the end of this video, so check that out. Yeah, if you're someone who are looking for opportunities in Germany, then this is the right time. Do a bit of research. Like I said, check out our course that I'll be putting in the link in the description below. This will help you to understand how you can also start looking for jobs in Germany and get a job in Germany. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, hit a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to my channel. This will help me to also motivate and make more videos like this, which can help you to get more infos about working and living in Germany. Until next time, I wish you a great one. Have a great day.